Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Before we begin, can you just give me a thumbs up in the comment section just to let me know that you can hear me? I hope you are all good. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. Let me know you can hear me so that I don't waste your time making you listen to silence if you can't hear me. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Rafaela. Hello, Nalutando. Coffee. Rosa. How are you all doing? Oh, fantastic. I can see some thumbs ups over here. That's great. Oh my days. I have just been nervously watching everything that's going on. I can completely understand it, but I just want my man Harry to be safe. Let me say hello to you all. Hi everyone. How are you all doing? If you've just stumbled onto my corner of the internet for the very first time, welcome. For my returning viewers, welcome as well. Welcome to Isabella Banks' YouTube channel, where we discuss all things Harry, Meghan, and their arduous journey to leveling up and being independent. Hi, Cookies and Cream. How are you doing? Hi, Cinderella. How is everyone all doing? By now, we all have heard that uh, we've all heard about King Charles's cancer diagnosis. According to the reports, this diagnosis will prevent him from undertaking public duties for the immediate future while he receives treatment. The statement he gave clearly set out the reasons for his and how everything happened, how it was that he went in for the prostate enlargement, and then the cancer. Subsequent diagnostic tests were done, which identified a form of cancer. They say that he has commenced a schedule of regular treatments during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public facing duties. So his statement is quite clear about what has happened and what he's going to be doing next, right? And then someone broke the news on Twitter, I think even before the reports came out on the news, saying that Harry would be flying down and Meghan and the children would not be accompanying Harry. And I don't know who in God's earth was expecting Meghan to come down to the UK with Harry. Not unless, I suppose, it was fatal, like somebody has passed away, at which point I doubt if there's anyone who would advocate for Meghan not to accompany Harry down, no matter how uncomfortable that visit would be for both of them and even the kids, maybe. What I did notice though was that um, what people have been saying is that every news correspondent has been wearing black since the announcement came out. And in this period, it has been complete crickets from the Kensington Palace team. Kensington Palace team. So it even makes it seem worse than it was before. It's completely altogether worse than it was before when we were left to speculate as to the nature of Kate's illness. Why is she so ill? We've still not gotten an answer to that. And now, instead of getting an answer to that, we are getting more and bigger information on a daily basis to distract, it seems like, from what's happening with Kate and her illness. And then William, you quickly use that opportunity to run away from taking on any public facing roles, all in the name of supporting his wife while she is recovering from her surgery. Well, even now that um, even now that it's been confirmed that his father is not doing so well, he's still not able to bring himself forward to stand up as the face of the royal family. You know, you would think that after the announcement of his father's diagnosis, that he would step up and issue a statement as the heir to the throne and give the public an assurance that he's taking care of his father and he's taking care of the royal family while his father receives treatment. But no, absolute it's been absolute crickets from his end, except to say that he's continuing with his duty um as it was before. Thank you, Marcia, for the his super chat. Thank you very much. So it's quite amazing. It's quite shocking. And what's even more shocking is the amount of emphasis and attention that they're putting on Prince Harry. They have even urged, they're now trying to cajole, seems like they're trying to cajole William. You know, this is a bad situation. You know, let bygones be bygones. Come together for the greater good. Obviously, Harry, he has done the internal work. Thank you, Nissy Gates. Thank you once again for the super sticker. He is doing everything that he can to stand up and show that he's actually he's it's almost like Harry is the older brother to William because he's been so mature about everything. Let's for the moment just forget about who's right, who's wrong, what the media is saying, what the palace courtiers are saying. The question is, this is the situation. How are we going to deal with it? And although some people might have like different opinions, but I think that Harry has taken the right step by jumping on the plane immediately to come down because there are just certain events in your life where, depending on who you are and how you think or whatever, but there are just certain events that cannot be taken back. Oh, thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And one of them is when your parent is ill. I remember um, this is what year is this? So about this is 2004. So in 2008, my own mother had been diagnosed with cancer, and she needed to go into hospital for treatment. And one day I will sit back, I think in stages, I suppose, because it won't be possible to do that in just one sitting. But I and my mother, we had our own beef when I was growing up, and even it extended even to my adulthood when I had gotten married and all of that business. But when she fell ill, myself and my brother put every single thing that was wrong to one side and we came together just to make sure that she was fine, make sure that she was comfortable in hospital. And so, okay, things were not resolved in the way anybody wanted, but what was important was that we came together to take care of her while she was ill. And some people say, oh, well, you didn't resolve all of your issues after your mom passed away. Yes, but I was at peace knowing that I did everything that I could to be there for her at her point of need. And I am the oldest one. So I was at peace after she had passed away, after her funeral arrangements had been. I was at peace. Years have gone by, and I remain at peace knowing that I was there for her. So no matter what happens, I'm glad for Harry that he made the decision to come down, because even though he would be kind of justified given all that he has gone down, but there's something about family that just does not allow for you to ignore your family when they are ill, especially when they are that seriously ill. When it becomes something like cancer, it's not like the person suffered a fall and they have a broken hand or something, but this is illness, like, and it's cancer. His father could literally go to sleep and not wake up tomorrow morning. That's how bad cancer can be. So I'm so glad for Harry that he made the decision to come down to the UK to take care of his dad. Yes. So people are already speculating as to what would happen if uh, King Charles happened to pass away, and I think the Queen's um, post-death protocol was called London Bridge, but Charles's one is called Operation Menai Bridge. And I looked into it because this was the first time that I was seeing this. And I could see that they say Operation Menai Bridge is the code name for plans related to the death of King Charles III. The name refers to a suspension bridge in Wales. The plan includes the announcement of his death, the period of mourning, and the details of his state funeral. Now, I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that he is close to death. I am just discussing what the reports are saying, that his protocol for if anything happened to him is called the Operation Menai Bridge. So, according to reports, the funeral arrangements will be similar to the Queen's funeral arrangement, which was known as the London Bridge Protocol. So, it's so funny that they're already talking about this, whereas they're simply saying to people in the public space that it's just been a cancer arrangement. It's just been a cancer diagnosis. Um, I'm happy to see that world leaders, including the US President Joe Biden, have expressed their concern about the king's cancer diagnosis. Is what I think UK literally have exposed themselves for being the most childish nation on the planet, because when it comes to time for them to act on a global scale, they usually have the most childish reactions to everything. I didn't realize that growing up. I'm quite shocked to enter into my adulthood to realize how childish the UK is. Um, let me see what people are saying. So Marcia says, Harry has his own security with him. Yep, yep, yep. Let me see. After all this time, Charles met with his son for about 45 minutes. I expected more. And Harry may be on his way back to the US. Well, I hope so. I hope so as well. I hope so as well. Cookies and cream, you say Harry went to see his father. I don't think he's returning back to the vile monarchy. He won't subject his wife and children to that racist, sadistic, jealous, barbaric abuse ever again. Hmm. Um, I don't know. I think as I don't think he would willingly do that. I think that he does have some responsibilities, and perhaps part of him being here is to assess the situation and see if there is any way he can create space for him to take up his responsibilities, because he, from what I have seen, not knowing him personally, but from what I am seeing, he is someone who likes to who takes his own responsibilities quite seriously, regardless of what other people are doing. I think kind of takes um the route or the tack all the time of he can't change what other people are doing, but he can change what he does. And so if something is required of him, if he can do it within and remain healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually, I think he would do it. But he would also try to make sure that he protects his family, who are who are Megan and the children. And you got this person who was saying Harry's return is crucial turning point. William faces tricky choice as Charles reconciles both of them. That's what it was trying to say. This events are moving so quickly that I didn't have time to put together a full presentation. But what this is all about is just the press regurgitating the press's version of the disagreement within the royal family, and how they don't know whether William will be willing to forgive Harry. Harry's not there for William. Hello. Harry is not there for William. He is there to carry out his duty as a son. And I just love it for, and this is one of the things that I love about Harry and Meghan. As long as it does not physically threaten their safety, they would do their best to do what is right in this situation. And I think that for a lot of us, even though we feel concerned in this situation, but that's one of the reasons why we like them. That's one of the reasons why we like Harry and Meghan. And it's quite noble to be that way. It takes a lot of strength to be that way. Let me see what the comments are saying. Uh Mashar, hi, how are you? Hi, hi. Hi, Joy. Hi, Joanne. Joanne says, what responsibilities let the other working royals carry out their engagement? Well, it's not necessarily just the royal engagements that we're talking about. There are other things that tie Harry to the UK. Let's not forget that this is a monarchy. It's like being a son of the president. There has to be some things which by law he's required to stand in to do. As much as we don't like it, as much as it's unsafe for him in certain respects. But I feel like we just have to acknowledge that fact and be okay with it, trusting that Harry will make sure, knowing that he has a loving wife and kids to go back to, not to put himself in unnecessary danger. So, as I said, they're already trying to anticipate what's going to happen um, now because um, so King Charles's statement when the diagnosis came out clearly says that he has been advised by doctors that he will not be able to carry out any public facing uh, functions anymore, which means that I suppose that the regency part of this is now currently going on. And for those not familiar, the Regency is connected to the Regency Act 1937. Um, it creates for a period which allows the king to transfer his powers as monarch to the Prince of Wales without having to abdicate from the throne. And someone asked, I saw in another forum, someone asked, does that mean that William will be king? No, that does not mean that William will be king. The king will still be monarch and head of state, but William will be able to perform royal functions in the name of and on behalf of Charles. So that's exactly what's happening now. And what? Oh, thank you, Rafaela. Thank you so much. So, people also asked what would prompt a regency? Is it just for Charles to declare that he wants William to be a regent? No. So, as the Regency Act states, that the monarch's duties will be performed by William if the monarch is declared to be, by reason of infirmity of mind or body, incapable of performing royal functions, or if there is evidence that the sovereign is for some definite cause not available for the performance of those functions. This must be declared in writing by three out of the following. Are you listening? First of all, the sovereign's wife. Second, the Lord Chancellor. Third, the Speaker of the House of Commons, the the Lady Chief Justice, and the Master of the Rolls. So there are five people who can declare that a regency is required. So nobody knows who is actually going to be making this declaration because I doubt whether um, Queen Camilla would append her signature to such a declaration. And they say, would you know what's most interesting? They say that Charles has no say and does not need to agree with their decision. Can you believe that? Ooh, Emily. Just looking at your comments, uh, you you know you who says Isabella, my discernment is Harry's separation was his perfecting of a statesman and a leader. He is a true king of the people's hearts also. This will get the squad up in arms. Um, but if you've been listening to my podcast for any length of time, you would find that I have the same kind of thoughts. I feel like everybody else that there is a lot more going on behind the scenes, of course, than we're being told. If you ask me 100%, I don't totally believe this cancer diagnosis. I'm sorry, it seems very weird to say, but I don't completely believe it. I don't believe it. In fact, let me say I don't believe it. No, I don't. It's and my disbelief is heightened by the fact. Disbelief is heightened by the fact that um, Kate suddenly fell ill, and till date, despite the fact that people have been pressuring the royal family for more information, no information has been forthcoming. It was even more surprising that William decided that he would take a break to take care of Kate right about that time. That made no sense at all. That made no sense at all. What made it worse was the amount of time that he said he was going to take care of Kate and to take care of the kids, as though he is a working father with earning minimum wage who doesn't have any other staff, who doesn't have staff to take care of his wife and take care of the kids. We all know that's not true. So why are they trying to treat the public as if they are stupid? I know they behave stupid, but why are they trying to treat the public as though they are stupid? Um, exactly, Joanne. This is the complete deflection from everything that is going on. Uh, I think part of the reason for the deflection, uh, it all has to do with Kate and whatever it is that happened with between Kate and William. Um, and I think that they used the opportunity to drag um, Harry down. But if the reports are true in any way, shape, or form, then I'm glad for Harry that he came down to see the king. I saw on Twitter where they said Harry came and he was only able to spend 45 minutes with the king before he left for Sandringham. 45 minutes. Well, since the media would have us believe that the royal family, since the media would have us believe that the royal family are aliens and they do not have blood running through their veins, then 45 minutes is sufficient when you haven't spoken to your son for in about 5 years. Oh, Connie says, uh, someone over there will talk. We are patient. Exactly. I can't wait. I cannot wait. When the bones start to fall out of the coffin, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see exactly what it was that was going on. And for all of this speculation, anyway, as soon as the news about Harry possibly coming down to the UK was put out, all of a sudden the media began to track his movement. uh, in this one, even the Scottish Sun, who are always so critical of Harry, came over and they said Harry arrives in the UK as he puts royal rift aside over Charles's cancer diagnosis. As I said before, Harry has been the only mature person in this dynamic. Look at this. They were tracking Harry's movement minute by minute. Sorry, guys, I don't have the video to show on here. I have determined, until I'm proven wrong, this will be the case, that one of the reasons why they keep on taking down the Sussex friendly channels is because of the video clips that we use. So until I find a way to get around it or to be able to do it safely, I will not be using any video clips. So where I can, I will just use as many realistic photographs as possible to illustrate what I'm trying to say. But these are pictures from when Harry landed in the UK, this convoy. So there are two police cars and two cars in the middle. That's the convoy that brought Harry over from the airport. There was another picture showing Harry in the car when he arrived at the Buckingham Palace. Guys, when I saw this, I was like, oh, something bad has really happened. Did you guys notice? What do you notice in this photograph? Do you guys notice anything? Do you guys notice anything? Harry is wearing black. Yes, Harry is wearing black. And um yeah, absolutely. Wearing black. That means that there is an announcement coming. I've just had this feeling at the pit of my stomach. I've just had this feeling at the pit of my stomach. Let me see the comments. Someone says the royal family has always been shrouded in mystery. Yes, yes, yes. But I suppose it's like any other household, right? You're not necessarily coming out to the public to scream and tell everyone the intimate details of every single thing you're doing in your house. Oh, I woke up this morning and then I had a coffee and then I had a bodily function. No, you're getting on with your day because you need to preserve your own privacy, right? But they seem to have more Machiavellian moves than the normal person just because there's so much politics involved in being a family member of that family. And to me, they are very, very shameless. How can you spend time calling Harry when you have obviously said that Harry is irrelevant? He is everything and everything bad, but apparently, when you as soon as you have an issue, Harry is Harry is someone that you can pick up the phone to call. You can't call him when it's his children's birthday. You can't call when anything bad happens to him, but you can call him as soon as you have an issue that affects you. Well, thank goodness for the maturity of Harry. I thank God that he has had the strength, the training over the years from having to deal with the royal family, having to deal with the media, having to deal with the royal family, the media in times of crisis has been a great training for Harry, training him for this time in his life. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall to hear what that meeting with the king and Harry must have sounded like. Perhaps it would just be one question. Are you going to drop the case against the Daily Mail? Are you going to drop the case against the Daily Mail? And then Harry would say, no. He's like, all right, then you can go back now. And what did Marcia say? A lot of people have been floating the theory that Kate might be on life support. I think so. Because if there was any way that they could debunk, uh, if there was any way they could drag her out just to debunk the theories that have been floating online, they would. Who remembers that photograph of the Queen? I don't have it to hand right now, but there was a photograph of the Queen where she was dragged out. This was shortly before she died. She was wearing a coat that was not buttoned up properly and she was not dressed properly, and they dragged her out that all the same way just to prove to everyone that she was well and she was functioning well. So if they could do that to the Queen, Who is Kate? Kate is nothing and no one to them except the mother of William's children, right? Joanne says, so Harry's been away 4 years and he only spent 45 minutes with his sick father. Just odd. Huh. They say they are aliens, and so they don't have blood running through their veins, which makes it okay for um which makes it okay for Harry, which makes it okay for the king not to spend time with Harry. So as I said before, I don't generally believe this cancer diagnosis. I'm sorry, I just don't. Um I do know though that there might have been something going on with the king because those his sausage fingers definitely are an indicator of something. Are any of you nurses here? What do the sausage fingers indicate? It seems to me, I'm not a medical professional, but it seems to me that the swelling of his fingers are a retention of water, right? So that is edema, right? So what does that indicate? I don't know what that means, but it's obvious that he has had some health issues for a while. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Roses. Oh, okay. Okay. Someone says that his liver is not working properly. Might be the case because obviously he's retaining water. So that means his body is not letting go of water in the way he should. Anyway, Harry is wearing black, which indicates to me that something serious is happening. I don't really think it has anything to do with the king per se. I think what's happening with obviously happened, which they haven't shared with the public, which they have not shared with the public. And I feel I just have this spidey sense that there's a breaking announcement going to happen in the next couple of days. Meanwhile, William is still briefing the press, telling them that he has no plans to see his brother. Um, they said Prince William has no plans to see his brother, Prince Harry, who has traveled to the UK to see his father following the king's cancer diagnosis. The Prince of Wales is carrying out an investiture tomorrow, sort of giving someone a title. One of those, is it OBE or SDE or LMS things? And speaking of which, I don't have it in this presentation. I don't have it in these slides, but I did see an article, I think in the Independent, which said that Princess Anne was also doing investitures today. And one of the people who she was granting an investiture was Elizabeth, guess who? Murdoch. Mm-hmm. Elizabeth Murdoch. Elizabeth Murdoch. As soon as I saw that, I thought to myself, is this their way of assuring the media that they remain loyal? Is this their way of assuring the media that they remain loyal to the cause? Anyway, so that's the update on this situation. I will keep an eye out to see whether Harry is already on the flight home, having fulfilled his obligation to at least go out and check on his father after the cancer diagnosis. If you're just joining us now, we're just talking about the current situation with Prince Harry coming down to see his father, King Charles, and how he has been the more mature person in the entire debacle. Uh, Even though he keeps having the media ragging on him, but he has been the most mature person. And Piers Morgan, uh, just before we go, um, Piers Morgan um, has said, he said on Twitter, it's increasingly untenable for Buckingham Palace not to say what cancer King Charles III has got. Speculation is running riot all over the place. If, as I'm sure he does, Charles wants to help others, far better to be specific about his condition. So, someone replied Piers Morgan and told him, try hacking his phone. You might find out for yourself. Awesome. Oh, Emily, what did you say? He said Harry is the news. William is just an ignorant, empty head. Charles is sick. He's a sick old man. Remember, King Harry was denied part time services. Oh, Jesus. Right now, William is beating his head on the wall. Exactly. 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 When they were given this offer, they should have just accepted it. Rather, they were going for total control. And now, what do they have? Absolutely nothing. They don't have anything. It's embarrassing to see how obsessed the media are with Harry, despite calling him irrelevant. Did you guys see the photograph of the media that were camped outside the airport trying to get a photograph or video of Harry um, coming into the country? What was even funnier was that you have people like Emily Andrews saying that Harry tries to make everything about him. I wonder if they realize that all they have to do is to not talk about Harry. Does anybody want to come up and give me their opinion on what's going on? I can send you a link. Does anybody want to come up and Does anybody want to come up? I can send, let me put the link in the comment section. If you want to come on and give your opinion on what's going on, just really quickly before we go off, then we can do that. Okay. The link is in the comment section. If you want to come up and give me your opinion on what's going on, we can do that. It's saying devices not connected. Okay. Okay, just gonna click on the Bostonian.
Yes,
Oh, hello. Hi, how are you doing?
I am doing
Welcome to Isabella Banks' first calling.
Isabella. I've been following you for like maybe, I don't know, like maybe a month or so.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, look, this is the weirdest trying to be tough love and failing situation. Okay, it failed. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the equivalent of when a parent says to a child, "If you don't like my rules, get out of my house." And the kid
Yep.
says, "Okay," and the kid goes out and buys a bigger house.
Yeah.
This is what happened, okay? So, and I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. Anybody being sick is not okay.
Yeah.
However, I have personal experience with abdominal surgery. Let me tell you
Okay.
something. Unless you are really having a rough recovery, they let you stay 4 days.
Okay.
Days, not 2 weeks, 4 days.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's one thing. And by the way, you get 6 weeks to recover just enough till you go back to your real life.
Mhm.
She probably had surgery sometime at the end of December.
Mhm.
If you're recovering from that time to Easter, let's
Mhm.
stop and think about it, everybody. How long does
Mhm.
it take plastic surgery for the swelling to go down a decent
Mhm.
amount? That same amount of a time. Now, I don't know. Hopefully, I'd rather that she got plastic surgery than actually have a medical issue.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that would be a better. It might be, deceptive, but it's better.
Yeah.
And as
At
far as
least it doesn't indicate ill health.
exactly, now as
Yeah.
far as King Chuck, there's been something wrong for a long time. Look at his
Mhm.
eyes. His eyes are
Yes.
always red rimmed. It's like, and he ain't crying.
Bloodshot completely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's renal failure. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm just
Mm.
an educated guesser. Um,
Mhm.
with that said, can we not notice first? Oh, something's gone wrong after Harry got announced. Oh, legends, aviator legends. What? No, now there's something going on here in the
Yeah.
UK. And Harry, he went off to get an award when there's something going on in the UK. All right. Harry left the UK years ago. Can I repeat that? Harry left the UK years, plural, ago.
Yeah.
So why they keep on trying to say, why won't he come back? You chased him out and he left you. He left you. This is the equivalent of someone saying, I don't understand how he didn't visit her in the hospital. They got a divorce
Mhm.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
He divorced them.
He,
Okay? He did. Okay. All right, fine. He gets an award. They get mad. They had some crazy petition like that matters in America. Okay. Whatever. Knock yourselves out. How can he do this? They're in the hospital. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Jamaica happens.
Mm-hmm. Then they saw them looking good, good, and they were like, no.
Let me tell you, I cackled. I'm still cackling
Mm.
because he looked great. She looked great. People were so mad talking about she overdressed. No, she didn't. Look at the picture. The woman standing right next to her is wearing the equivalent gown, just not as fabulous. Okay?
Yeah.
But they're both dressed up. Stop the
Yeah.
foolishness.
Mm.
Oh, how dare he go with someone who wants to get rid of the monarchy? Wait a minute, you knew that last year. Why are you crying?
Nothing adds up. Nissygate says nothing adds up. Absolutely nothing adds up. At this point, they've thrown the chessboard and the checkers board away.
But no, 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 no. They threw it across the floor and they expect someone to retrieve it and put all the pieces back on the board as it was before they destroyed it. Yeah. So I'm just sitting here like, and there's something not right. I'm sorry. Every time we turn around, the situation is getting more and more dire.
Yeah.
And the only way you're gonna get him back was something like this. If they said that
True.
something, yeah. If they said that the king had a heart attack, he'd be back. Cancer?
True.
Wow, everybody gets scared over cancer.
Yeah. And they had said before that they only see the issues between William and the rest of them being resolved if one of the wives died. This is what they said before. There was an interview with one of the crazy royal rota who was saying
Mm,
that the only way they saw this issue resolving itself was if there was a death in the family that would bring
I
them all
don't buy
together
that.
again.
No, that's drama. I they listen. They've got soap operas have got nothing on these people. They're the best
Yeah.
writers in the business, and I mean writing for journalism either. Um,
Mm.
quite frankly, I mean William always threw away his wife, so why are we gonna say if a death is gonna make the difference? Nah,
Mm.
jealousy and stupidity ruined this for them. Just think, they had the opportunity to have a friendship with Meghan Markle, and it could have been beautiful, but because William got jealous,
Mm.
so I don't believe that a death would do this. I think the fact that if Harry's on the planet, William's always going to be jealous. Period. Period.
Yeah.
And heaven forbid if something
It's
did happen
quite
to Harry,
unfortunate because
yeah,
William has, when I read The Spare, I was put in a position where, Harry was t- Harry was too kind to everyone, his family, but then you kind of understood where William was coming from, and it's quite unfortunate that they didn't allow, um, or rather, should I say, Princess Diana didn't make it into their adult lives because she was the only one who would have been able to mitigate and kind of bring William to some kind of normalcy.
I
See?
don't think that would happen. I don't think that would happen because she was so bright. Look what they did to Harry.
Hmm.
And I love Harry, don't get me wrong, but Diana was something else.
Yeah.
So they would have found a way to handicap Diana. They would no way. They were not going to let her be success, especially back then. You're going to be
And she
successful
was
without
literally on
us.
her own.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. So I can totally see what you're saying. I can totally see it because it wasn't even until Megan came around that Harry's eyes even opened. But what I was just saying is that I could see why William feels the way he feels because he has been completely indoctrinated into that mindset.
Mm.
to feel like, yes, as crazy as it might sound to us, I am the God appointed ruler.
Well, now here's the thing now, because I'm a Christian, but I'm gonna tell you a little something. And
Yeah.
look at the history of this family. There have been some God appointed rulers, because Queen Elizabeth, the first one, was never supposed to happen.
Yeah.
How'd you get here? You're the bastard. How'd you get? Wait, are you killing off the Catholic Queen? Wait, what? Well, how'd you get here? Well, I'm God appointed. All right,
Yeah.
you know.
So,
So I think that there's something to that, but I also think that there's times when you can see that and times when you just cannot. I think that I don't know whatever the ball was dropped was William. It dropped and never got picked back up.
mm,
Uh, and the biggest threat to the crown is not Charles. It's not Camilla. Oh, good lord! It's not. It's not Camilla.
you sure about that?
No,
Camilla seems pretty dangerous to
I
me.
mean, look at her. All right, I'm not. I'm not trying to be mean. I swear to you, I'm not trying to be mean. Let's take a good look. She looks like a cigarette left in the rain. She just look. Oh, you know, like cigarettes when they get wet, they get that yellowish hue
Deflated and yellow and
and wrinkly.
wrinkly.
Do you feel threatened by a wet cigarette? Probably not. It's just a stain. What it does is
Mm,
stains. But you know what? After a little bit of cleaning, that stain can go away, hon. So I'm not worried about
mm,
Camilla. I think
okay.
the whole William thing, that's the biggest threat.
I
I
think that
mean,
whatever has happened now, whatever
mm,
it is that the media have on William that keeps him compliant, Harry knows it as well.
do you
And
think
I
William's
think that's
compliant though? Do you really think he's compliant?
who, who,
Because
who
if you're
William to the
quiet, you can do a
media.
lot of dirty.
Yeah.
If you're quiet, you can do a lot of dirty.
Well, that's true. Quiet people be very worried about them.
No. Yeah, it's like I'm just
Oh,
sitting here like, So the loud and proud one, well, actually, he's not loud. I'm gonna take that back.
hmm,
Harry is minding his business and drinking his water, but he's doing the things that he was born to do,
hmm,
not because of a crown, but because it's just in him, right? And he
hmm.
found a partner who's the same way.
Yes.
William, uh, I don't know what you stand for. I, do you stand for anything? I don't
He
know.
stands for being royal. He stands for being the king. That's what he stands for.
No, no, no. That's it. So what you just said is that he stands for putting on a crown and a
He
cup.
stands for putting on the crown, wearing the pajamas, the golden pajamas.
Oh, not the pajamas. Okay, can we admit that picture, that coronation picture, was the worst thing I've ever seen. Nobody looks happy. It looks like the life is draining out of everybody. I'm like, good look.
Everybody. Yes.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You know, there's just something not right. Something's not right.
Yeah, yeah,
And I almost
something's
feel
not
bad for
right. And
Kate.
I can't wait. It will be a great relief to know exactly what has happened. And eventually it will come out because I think what has happened is so big that it triggered an alarm all around the entire royal family. Should I let this person who is also waiting to come on let them speak?
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
know
very
what? I should jump off. The one
uh,
last thing I want to bring up here,
yeah.
and another reason why William is a danger. He openly said, "Oh, I'm not religious, dude. You're the head of the Church of England. Oh, I'm not
Ex-
religious. So you're not gonna do your duty.
yeah.
You sure you want to be king? So with
Well,
that,
see, this is the thing. He said that he was sending out feelers to see what the British public will allow him not to do. And
what?
he said he didn't want to be the head of the Church of England. And he said, well, if you don't want to be the head of the Church of England, then you can't be king. Then he sent out a briefing to say he didn't say he didn't want to be the head of the Church of England. He
What?
just said, what if he didn't want to be? I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff.
Oh, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Well, I'm gonna jump off, but I want to say thank you. I think I love your show, and
Thank you very
just keep on
much.
being fabulous.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Ciao.
Ciao. Hello. Hi, MZ.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
What do
calling
you
from Belgium. I'm calling from
Oh,
Belgium.
really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Uh,
How is Belgium? I'm sure you have the same
Belgium?
weather as the British people at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
What do you
Yeah,
think about what's happening?
yeah, what I think about, I just think, do if you guys remember, everyone there remember on this platform that in December they said they are going to have a royal default, a working royal default. And all of a sudden, Kate just disappear. He has to go for surgery, and Kate just disappear. And later, it was the royal family think maybe people are stupid just like them, and the UK media. Oh, Kate was working from his computer and everything. And
Right.
later, it was exposed by the by the Spanish media that Kate was in coma. If you guys remember that Omis Kobe said that if the UK media wants a story to be out and they don't want to publish it in UK, they will sell it out to
Yep.
maybe a drama, a France drama or Spanish media.
Yep.
So right now, the Spanish media exposed the royal family. Less
Completely.
than 24 hours, case was up from coma. Are you kidding me? Are you serious about it? Do they think we are stupid? Oh, case is recovering from this. Case is actually cottage. Is with his mom. I mean, come on. Do they think we are stupid? Do they even see William in the first place? In the first place, there was no William. Just less than 1 hour. You saw him, and that was all. And they put out a picture out there. William, the single father. That was the
Yes, I
picture the
remember that.
royal family he put out. I mean, the UK media.
Mm-hmm.
William, the single father. That is what they are letting us know.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this whole thing with this whole lie, I'm tired of it. I don't. If the royal family tells you good morning, please look at the time very well. Look at the time very well. And as for, I'm telling you the truth. And as for Shaq, if you guys notice on the coronation day, Shaq was looking so pale, so
Yeah.
pale. It was, you can see that this man is not okay.
Yeah.
This man is not okay. But they are just trying to cover up. They knew before now that Shaq was not okay. But they just try to cover everything up. Like one thing I
You
always
think?
say, like,
You think
sorry?
so?
Yes, yes, I think so. I think
Okay.
so.
Right.
Harry is going to Canada next week with Megan. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, William will start to work engagement next week on the 14th, the same day. And now they put out Shaq, yesterday, make out a statement, oh, Shaq has the cancer. This whole thing, these people are just playing game with
Sort of
themselves.
like a distraction, right?
A distraction, yes. a distraction. A distraction. They knew that Charles was sick before now, but they
Mhm.
just cover everything up, just like the queen also. It was after the queen that we knew that it was cancer. Even when I saw the queen, when the last picture, you can see that this woman is cancer
Mm.
because I work in care home.
Okay.
Yeah, so these people are just manipulating, lying in fact, they are just treating the people who believe them, they are just treating those people as if those people are just, they are just stupid like the royal family. Seriously. Sorry to use that word. They are just stupid like the royal family.
Who
And
is
the
the
UK
troll?
media,
Sorry, hold on a second. Sorry, who's the troll? Who's the troll? I just banned one person from the comment section. I think her name is
mm,
Elaine. Who's the troll? Just have you got the
I
name
don't
of?
no, I don't know.
Okay, no, that's fine. Go
Mm.
ahead.
Mm. So these people think you will see this whole thing and they will turn it to something else. Oh, it's because Harry is not here. That was why Charles had the cancer. Oh, it's because Maggie took Harry away. Oh, that was why Charles has cancer. I you so I don't just understand these people
Okay.
anymore. Seriously. In fact, it was something else. It was something else. One thing I always say, because there are some comments when I listen to this Caesar also and Marode also.
Yep.
One thing I always say when I make a comment, I say this life nobody knows tomorrow. You don't treat people bad. People
Mhm.
say, oh, it's just is sick, is everything is this, is this. We don't wish people for sickness. Nobody wish people for sickness. But how they did not treat Megan and Harry so badly, they would have been the one to be doing this work now.
Mm.
But they treat them so badly because of jealousy and hatred. That William is number one problem. Then the father is the number two problem, and Camilla. So
Yeah.
how will they treat Harry and make it so bad, or they accept the half in half out? This whole thing would have been like this. Nobody knows tomorrow. Look at Charles now. Look at Kate now. Kate disappeared. We don't know when she's coming back. Camilla, Charles' brother, that one he can't do anything. Andrew with his his own problem there and everything. So this whole thing is just letting people. I wish people can sit down and think. The royal family can sit down and think. Where have we made a mistake here? Let us correct it. But they will not do that.
No, no, no. I
They
think
will
part
not
of the
do that.
reason why the royal family are struggling to resolve the issue, though, because this
Mm-hmm.
should have been a very easy issue to resolve. But
Mm-hmm.
when you add the mix from the media, so
Mm-hmm.
now it becomes obvious because if you've been following my series on the Byline Times expose,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you will
Mm-hmm.
see how much entangled the royal family is
Mm-hmm.
with the media. I mean, we're not just talking a polite disagreement, we're talking
Mm-hmm.
dangerous disagreement where people are ready to do literally anything. And I think that the media have some very, very scandalous information about
Mm-hmm.
the senior members of the royal family. So that would include Charles, that would include
Mm-hmm.
William, that would include
Mm-hmm.
Camilla, I think herself,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe
Mm-hmm.
Camilla's other family from her
Mm-hmm.
ex husband. So
Mm-hmm.
to them, it's almost like if Prince Harry knows that exposing this information would cause the royal family to crumble, why is he willing to allow that happen? Is it just because of Meghan? So you see where
Mm-hmm.
the hatred for Meghan comes in.
Yeah.
So is it just because of Meghan? So if Meghan wasn't there, then you would do everything you could to protect the royal family. Well, Meghan is his family now.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
M- Meghan is his family now, and he has no reason not to want to protect her. Um, as any husband would. But you see, the royal family, as someone has made it clear, they're like, oh, the royal family is like the military. So
Mm-hmm.
once you join the military, you have to be loyal for life. Well, the
Mm-hmm.
difference is this is supposed to be a family. This is supposed to be a family. So the second caller volume is too loud. Someone says, you want to turn down your volume a little bit?
Okay, okay.
If anybody else wants to come up uh, and have give us their opinion on what they think is going on, I've just put the link in the comment section. I will give it 15-20 minutes and then we will end this session. Bye, Connie. Bye, Connie. See you next time. So anyway, I don't know why they were expecting Harry to do anything less than what he did, because
Mm-hmm.
he's always wanted to be somebody who will grow up and be responsible. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
he didn't have the necessary guidance when he was younger to be that. So anyway, um I think he's just doing the best he can in this
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah. And even why I don't know why people are asking where he would stay, because even if he had nowhere to go, the Spencer family are there. He could always go to his
Exactly.
mother's family to to spend, since the royal family have taken away his house. And
Mm-hmm.
this is all, it's only in the royal family that I will see that, okay, so they will take away your security,
Yeah.
they will take away your home, they will take away your job, they will take away your money, and still require you
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
to literally be ready to give your life for them. Why? How? How does that make any sense?
They didn't expect that things will turn around like this for Harry and Meghan. They didn't expect it at
Absolutely.
all. At
Uh,
all. Nobody owns this life. Nobody owns this
mhm.
life. And the more things they try to do, the more evil and harm they try to do to Meghan and Harry, it always bounce back.
Yeah.
Things always turn around to them for evil. Like
Hmm.
what Caesar said, he said the good that Kate wished Maggie, she wished Kate that good back.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
other way round.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
other way round.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it. I don't have nothing to say.
Okay. All right. That's great. Um, Thank you very much for your
No
opinion.
problem.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for
We'll
your
do
time
this
and
again another
everything.
time. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
Does anybody else want to come up and say something? If not, we're going to be ending this podcast here today. Okay. See. Hello, Sussex Love. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Nice
Yeah,
to
I'm
finally get a
great.
chance to
Thank
chat.
you. Welcome to our first calling. I think this situation warranted it. I was so nervous for Harry, just seeing him coming in. I just felt like this would be a great opportunity for all of us to let our negative or our nervous energy flow out of us by having
Nervous,
a talk about it all. What do you
nervous.
think?
Yes, nervous energy is the perfect word because
Yeah,
it's so much negativity. It's
yeah,
Harry's heart to go and see about his family. I knew he would. I knew
yeah,
they'd be sensible, and I knew Megan wouldn't go and take those children there, but I knew Harry would go. I think he
yeah.
wants to find out about Charles, and I think he wants to find out about Kate.
Yeah.
I'm praying for him because I am worried. But I know God is good and ever present, and He has been their sword and their shield so far. I know He won't stop. But it's just so much
Amen.
negativity there.
Yeah.
It's so much negativity, and I feel sorry. I mean, I'm not a Kate fan, but I mean, at this point, I feel like we should put her on a milk carton because this is unreal. What's happening? I mean, is it just distraction? Did Willie do something? I mean, did his temper get away with him? Did she OD? I mean, she is nowhere to be found. This
Mm-hmm.
is frightening. And she has children. This is not acceptable in the media. What were they all wearing black for? I mean, is somebody dead? Is it Kate? Is it Edward? Is it one of the older ones? I mean, this is just crazy. This is crazy.
It's complete chaos. And from uh, for a royal family that has been in existence for thousands of years, you would think that they would handle situations like this better than what they are doing.
Well, clearly we understand now why uh, Queen Elizabeth has hung on for so long and wouldn't give up and abdicate because
Right.
she knew it would be a cluster something with with Charles and Charles. She knows her children. You know what I'm saying? So this is just and how they're dragging her
Okay.
name through the mud now. It's just
Sorry.
I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Sussex Love. Can you turn down your TV? It
Oh, I'm
seems like
sorry.
we can hear it in the
Oh, I'm so
background, so we
sorry.
can
Hold
hear
on.
you as well.
Is that better?
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
that's
I'm just
okay.
so I'm just this is just got me so flustered. This is just crazy. What is happening? Where's William? He's just disappeared. Is he in witness protection? I mean, what is happening? I don't understand what's happening.
Protection, she said.
I mean, because it's like he's hiding. Did he do something? This is crazy. This is just crazy. And I don't know if this is just elaborate to keep Harry from going to Invictus with Megan. I know they're still going to go, so it's useless. But I think that's why he came this week to find out what the heck is going on with his
What
family.
the heck is going on over here? Exactly. I've been telling you, it's like me speaking Harry's thoughts out loud, right? So if I was Harry, I would be thinking or saying to myself, I've been telling you guys that there is a problem and you refuse to do anything about it. Now see.
Exactly. Harry's always been the one that with the heart that cared about his family. That's why his grandmother, I think, loved him so because Harry has heart. Harry is the
Yeah,
bravest one. Harry's the one that was willing to serve and put his life on the line. And I think the
right.
Queen respected that from here because Queen was a hard worker. He had a lot of faults, but she was a hard worker. She was not lazy, which is why
Mm-hmm.
she didn't like Kate. She dubbed her Duchess Doolittle. She didn't like lazy. And so this is I knew he would go and see about his family when he
Mm-hmm.
was thousands of miles away. He was the one that made us take notice of what's happening with Queen Elizabeth when he said, I hope somebody's in good hand. I hope somebody that's credible watching her and taking care of her. And then what was it? A day later, we found that somebody had broke into the palace and he was hiding there, and nobody knew he was there. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, he's always been the one that tried to look out for them, and they treated him the worst. You know. So I think we have to just pray for all of them.
Yeah, but can you imagine how frustrating it must have been for him to see the condition of the queen at that time, know that something was off, possibly be around the vicinity, like when he and Megan came to see the queen, and not really be able to do anything to help her.
Hmm.
That must have been very frustrating because that's one pain that someone has to live with. I'm so glad for him. This is why I say that Harry and Meghan have shown us that regardless of how difficult situations might be, that they will do their very best to do the right thing in the situation so
Hmm.
that I think that they are at peace with themselves. So it's so
Hmm.
good that they came down to see the queen
Hmm.
before she passed,
Mm-hmm.
But in coming to see her, they must have seen the reality of her condition at that time. This is probably
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons why other people were trying to keep him away from the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he just went. I think Harry's he's a soldier and a good one. He was one of the best. It's nothing that William hates about him. But I think he went down there and reminded them, I'm 2,000 miles away, but I've got 400 and something pages left. If you want me to, you better take care
You
of her.
want me to do
You
something?
know what I mean? You better take care of her. I think he went down there to tell him, you better take care of her. I still got 400 some pages on the floor. Remember? So, because Harry's not
Sorry,
playing.
let me just do
Okay.
this.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
um, so 276 people watching, only 31 likes. If you are watching and you haven't liked this live stream already, please go ahead to thumbs up because you can be sure the derangers they do hate watch. In these last 2 weeks, I must have blocked more than 1,000 people from my channel, which is what
Oh,
keeps the
God.
comment section so sweet. So
Oh,
please
my
go
God.
ahead to like like the video and leave a sweet comment as well. This helps to suppress the hate being shown to the channel.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I
if you
just did
haven't
my like.
subscribed already, please go ahead to subscribe. We are aiming for 3,000 subscribers by the end of February. Thank you very much. Okay, please go ahead. Never mind me.
Oh, no, I love your channel. I've been contemplating trying to join you, but this is so far out of my area. I'm allied health, I'm physical therapy, but this has just been so much. And
Yeah.
there's so many negative voices out there. And
Hmm.
I felt like I wanted to join and be in the positive side of it. So I've
Yeah.
been contemplating it. I'm already a squatty, but
Yeah.
I've been contemplating trying to add my voice. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm so happy that you are out there, and
Yeah.
V is out there, and Sussex Global UK is out there, and
Yeah.
of course Baron, and there's not enough positivity. That's why I was thinking about joining. There's so many negative channels. I mean, look at what's happening to Duchess of Success.
Yeah.
I think that just she's British. I think that that's why they targeted her because
Yeah.
I don't, I well that's a whole other thing. But I'm just saying, yeah, it just needs to be more positive voices. I'm so glad that you're here, and others are there, and I'll support you as long as you're there. And a shout out to
Well, as
OG
long as
Tina.
you're thinking about doing that, every once in a while, I do wonder if there's someone who would like to come on every now and then, maybe on the weekend, or maybe we should have a chat after this live stream, just to talk about it because I could do more, but sometimes I feel like I would rather have a chat with someone just like we're discussing now rather than
Hmm.
just talking by
Right,
myself. I find it
right.
lonely sometimes just to be talking by myself. So having a chat with someone might make for a more interesting from my point of view um
Well, clearly you can see
podcast.
I love to talk.
Yeah.
So I would love to do that, and you could teach me because I have no idea about this genre, which was this is
Yeah.
what's holding me back. So I would be a sponge soaking up a lot of what you could teach me.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
still
I would love
learning,
to do
but we'll learn together. Never, don't you worry. But as far as the negativity is concerned, that's why sometimes I do as if you notice, sometimes I just do shots of I might send out Harry and Meghan quotes. I know it. Do you know when I do that for each Harry and Meghan quote that I send out per day, I might get 100 deranger
that. Mhm.
negative
Mhm.
comments.
Mhm. They're making money doing that. And how they I don't know what kind of heart these people have that they can put out so much negative energy
They
and then believe
have
none of
so
it's.
much energy. They are really like soldiers. They never stop.
I don't believe they have a life. Because if they had a
Mm.
real life, they wouldn't have so much time. Some of them actually, you can tell that they devote hours and hours to following everything that Megan does, everything that she wears, everything that she says, everywhere that she goes. They spend hours and hours. It's like stalkers, you know?
Yeah. They want to go wherever, like some people were saying that they wanted to go to, they're trying to make arrangements on Twitter to go to Canada so that they can hell abuse at Harry and Meghan when they go to Canada. I don't think that there is any fixed location where Harry and Meghan are going to be. So I don't know how they're going to achieve that, except if they were going to be tracking their movements to follow them and um, so that
Well,
they can
you
shout at them from the crowd.
but you
But
know they got that crazy people that remember that crazy man. I'm not going to even mention his name, but he's crazy. He looks crazy, and he's hooked up with her father, and they were going to get a tour together to go outside of Montecito and harassed him outside their house. Remember that? And I
yeah,
don't know if they're
yeah,
still trying to get the tour together. I mean, these people are dangerous,
yeah.
and they're not well. They're
Mm.
not well.
Anyway, I think Harry, I think I'm just looking on Twitter now and I can see that they are Harry is headed back to Montecito.
Oh,
So
thank God. I'm sorry.
I can't wait for confirmation of that
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
I would love to see him. But I think that even Meghan would not want Harry to be in Montecito, haven't had the announcement being made that his father was ill. Me- She
I
would
think he
not want
she
him to remain there, and at least she would want him to at least check in
yeah,
on
yeah,
King Charles, not for
yeah.
him to stay, just to check in and say, "Hey,
Right.
hey, I heard you're ill. Okay, Camilla, is he being taken?" I was going to say something else, but let me just keep it.
I know what you were gonna say because I was thinking it and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna ruin her show. So I'll just hold it in. But I felt you. I know what you were gonna say.
Is he fine? Is he good? Okay, I'm bouncing. Bye.
Yes. I know
And
Megan
then,
probably, I'll clean it up. I know Megan probably said, go down there and find out what the heck is going on with them, what is fake, what is fiction, what is real, and then come back home away from those crazy people.
exactly, exactly. And from a PR point of view, I don't think it would have been good for him not to come over as well.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he
Mm-hmm.
has to work. He's got what do they call them now? The is it the military men? Oh, I forgot what they call them. The military men who came to the Invictus Games.
The
Um,
what do you mean the groups of people? Because NATO came, we had representatives from the United
NATO,
States. You mean
yes.
NATO?
You
Okay,
remember
yeah,
that photograph
yes,
that they took with NATO? So
I
all those are
remember.
men and their families, right? And
Yes,
this sentiment, it flows through with any reasonable thinking person. If your
and the
parents
British
are
press
ill,
lost their minds when they saw the
yeah.
pictures of them, and they just lost their minds. They lost
Ooh.
their minds. Well, they didn't have so much respect. And what was now? This is I'm sorry, but I had to laugh when Harry won the what was the aviation award, the Living Legends Aviation Award.
Oh, that
Do
was another
you
one.
do you know that the British press they were coming out? This is how you knew William was throwing a tantrum. The people on television that's supposed to have shows, that's supposed to be reporting, were actually saying things like, "Well, William's a better pilot." They were actually saying that on live TV.
Why don't you give the award to William? Well, it's not.
Nobody thought of William because William was stole the airplane so he'd go party. Remember they had this story that he stole the one of the army helicopters and they couldn't find him. He was somewhere partying.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
that's
When
why
he
they
was
didn't
in,
vote for
was
him.
it when he was in training or something? He
Yeah,
took
when
one
he
of the
was in the army.
helicopters. Can you
Yes.
imagine? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's why they didn't think of him.
yeah.
Because
That's
They
funny.
were going crazy because William was still on a tantrum, and so they had to come out and say something. And they
Yeah.
did everything they could to keep him from going and getting that award. They tried to make the people not give the award, and then they hacked into their website to say that it was a paid award. I was like, oh Lord,
Yeah.
they have completely
Lost
melted
their
down.
minds. Lost their minds completely. Okay, people. So I think um if there's nothing else to report on this issue, we should end this here. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on what's going on. Um, can you send me an email if you check my the about page on my channel?
The about
Um,
page. Send your email. Yeah,
Send me
it's
an
on the what
email
now?
so that we can continue this conversation
I would
offline, and
love.
then we can conclude on how we intend to
Oh, I
do
would
more
love to.
together.
Now, how do I send an email again? I go under what?
Uh, about page. Let me put it for you. Let me put it in the comment section. So I'm just about to drop it in here now. So that's my
Okay,
email.
in the comment section.
That's it.
Hmm. Because I'm on one phone talking to you because I realized I couldn't talk to you on the same phone in
Yeah.
another phone looking at the comment section. Oh,
Okay.
Isabella Banks at my Yahoo. Okay. And then
Yeah.
just send you my email
Yeah. Just
on
send
that.
me your email, and then we can work out how we can take this one step further. Because I
Oh,
think with all that happens, the up and down and everywhere, everyone is getting kind of pent up. I can feel the energy because people are getting more and more strident. It's just when they hear anything like, "Oh, Prince Harry has to come to the UK," don't you God, don't you dare!
oh God. Oh my God. And it would have been just this opposite if he hadn't gone. He doesn't care. He's scared. How could he not care about our child is dying? And so, my God. So either way it went, he was going to get criticism, but his heart led him to go. I knew he was going to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
And I bet he went to see about Charles and also to see what happened to Kate
To
because
Kate,
I
yeah.
would like to know what happened to her.
Hmm.
And Willie has just disappeared. You think he'd be out throwing a tantrum because Harry's there? He is still in hiding. So I would like to know what is happening.
Well, as soon as he heard that Harry and Meghan were headed to Canada, he came out to say, "Well, I'm going to be giving out ribbons."
I'm going to step away from Kate's bedside so I can go out and cut ribbons because Harry is going to be, just oh my God, oh my
All
God.
right, Sussex Love, thank you so much for joining me,
You're
and
welcome, ma'am.
I look forward to continuing the conversation offline. For everybody
Yes,
else,
ma'am.
I think that we are done here. It's been a full conversation. If there's any more, if there are any more updates on this situation, I will come back later. All
Oh,
right.
thank
Take,
you.
thank you. Take care and have a wonderful evening. Take care and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Speak to you again. Until next time, take care. Bye.